down. Wildcats had the first possession, could not make a first down, had to punt, and the Bombers have come roaring down the field. Jim Edwards has his team in a wishbone. Long count, and he gives the ball to Cranston. Cranston, following some blocking, crosses the 10 down to around the 9-yard line.
Pick up a couple yards, tackle by 35, Bill Halleck.
Halleck was in on that stop along with Boo Foreman. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 on the Warsaw 9-yard line. We're far enough back, guys. I'm having to watch this one through glasses, and I'm not used to watching the whole game through glasses. Might be good practice for next week if we get there. In the eye, 2nd down and 8. And this time it's a give to Cranston, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, but he wrestles and fights and battles his way for a yard or two, but not much. There's a whole lot of guys in there. Mike Schockman was one of them. Bring him down, and they'll mark the forward progress at about the 7. So it's 3rd down and still about 6 or 7 yards to go. John Burroughs, the Bombers from Ladue, Missouri, threatening here on their first possession of this ball game. Scoreless tie between the Cats and the Bombers. Edwards, the quarterback. Back to throw, looking, throws over the middle, hits his man, Cranston, and Cranston is going in for the touchdown. Edwards throwing a little short pass on the left side, and Cranston carried it in for the touchdown, and the John Burroughs Bombers go out in front early here with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter, and they lead it 6-0. Chris Schenecker will try the extra point. Lockmuller will be holding for him. The ball is placed down. The kick is up in the air. It is good. So it's 7-0 here early in the going. John Burroughs has broken out on top over Warsaw. We'll be back after this word. This is Warsaw Wildcat football. Let's take a 30-second break. Schenecker's kick is straight down the middle. Poling will take it back on the 5. Has a little blocking over here on the right side. He's up to the 20, the 25. Has to push one of his blockers out of the way and comes across the 30. There's a fumble, and let's see what happened. Burroughs got it. Poling brought the ball back. A nice run back up to about the 30-yard line, but he fumbled, and John Burroughs recovered. So Burroughs will have the ball as Warsaw fumbles the kickoff return. And it gives the ball to the Bombers on their, on the Warsaw 31-yard line. So a tough break for the Wildcats, who are already down 7-0. Wide out on the right side goes Rob Rogers. Cranston and Lockmuller lined up behind Edwards. On a delay to Lockmuller. Lots of running room up the middle. He just goes prancing down the field, picking up yardage. Big gaping hole there as he rambled on down to about the 22-yard line for about a 7 or 8 yard pickup. Lockmuller not running very fast, just having lots and lots of holes to pick from. And he picked up 9. They'll spot the ball at the 22. It'll be 2nd and 1 at the 22-yard line. Little draw on that as the quarterback went back. The tailback was delaying, and quarterback gave him the ball, and boom, 9 yards. Cranston and Lockmuller lined up behind Edwards for the blue and gold. Give to Cranston. Big hole. He goes zooming through there. That's the first down and more as he crosses the 15 and gets down to around the 12-yard line where Mike Schockman got him. Right now, the Bombers are just running at will against the Wildcats, just finding big gaping holes, popping through the line of scrimmage and making yardage. The Burr ball will be on the 14-yard line where it'll be a first down. 1st and 10 for the Bombers on the 14. They started after recovering a Warsaw fumble. They split Lockmuller wide to one side and Cranston to the other. Now they bring Cranston back to a tailback spot. No, the Lockmuller, excuse me. Now they bring Cranston back as a blocker, and this time there was no gain, as moving right up the middle was Lockmuller, and he ran in to Mike Davenport, and Davenport hit him and brought him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Little motion on that time. They put Cranston way out wide left and brought him in motion back toward the play. For a start out, they had Lockmuller out to the right, then they brought him back and moved him in tailback, but maybe it was just a confused play. Whatever it was, it's about the first one the Bombers have tried today that didn't work. They set the men on offset on the eye behind the quarterback, which is kind of unusual. In other words, he's not right behind the quarterback. Here's Cranston on a quick opener. He's got yardage. He drives straight ahead and picks up 5 or 6. He's down across the 10-yard line before Mike Schockman got him. They'll put the ball at the 9, and it'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
3rd and about 4.
They put the 2 men in the eye. It's not really an eye, I guess. A little bit offset from the quarterback. They're not lined up directly behind the quarterback. They're lined up behind each other, but they're lined up sort of behind the right guard. Now they're in a wishbone. Full house backfield in the wishbone. They give to Lockmuller. Lockmuller powers straight ahead and believe he may have the yardage. Just put his head down behind the blockers, and it was muscle against muscle, and he's got the first down as the Bombers have moved inside the 5-yard line down to about the 2-yard line. So the Bombers, after recovering a fumble, have moved down to about the 2-yard line of Warsaw. The Bombers already lead 7-0 and are threatening now to really open this game up. Full house backfield behind the quarterback. He gives the ball to Lockmuller. Lockmuller dives ahead, but he runs into a lot of Warsaw Wildcats. Frank Can at the bottom of the play.
2nd down.
Not much gain, maybe a yard. No, it's 2nd down, still goal to go, down around the 2-yard line. Just call it the 1.5. The yard marker man finally moved over there. It took him a while. Again, the full house. Straight power. Ball to Cranston. He found a notch, dove to the left, and scored. Well, Bob Cranston scores with 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the first quarter. It's the second Bomber touchdown, and the Wildcats are finding themselves in a very unfamiliar position of being behind, and behind by quite a bit here. It's dropped already to 13-0 in favor of John Burroughs, and the Warsaw Wildcats have yet to get a first down. Chris Schenecker doing the kicking for the extra point. There's the snap. The kick is up in the air, and once again it's good. And with Cranston's touchdown, the Wildcats have fallen behind 14-0. We'll take a 60-second break. This is Warsaw Wildcat football. You win the second one because I probably took too long. Okay, well, whenever. We're timing it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
15 seconds.
Jonathan Gott took the kickoff back and was hit pretty hard, about the 20-yard line, and brought down. Flag down on the play. Tackle was by Brian Schnuck. And they are talking, well, I can't tell which team they're talking to. Usually on a kickoff, it's the Wildcats, or it's the receiving team that commits the penalty. Long discussion out there around the flag at the 20-yard line. Gott took the ball at the 10, brought it back to the 20, and was knocked down hard. Boo Foreman and Eric Ramsey are kind of listening in. The officials don't seem to be talking to either captain. We're still waiting for some. Now they're coming over and talking to Jim Lemon. It is let's look at the wrong man. The penalty was against the Wildcats, and it's apparently a, come on, give me the signal again, will you? It's a personal foul against, okay, holding against Warsaw. They marched that back 10 yards. Now it's a personal foul against the Bombers. So they marched back 10 yards, and now they're going to march the other way 15. 25 yards, I guess. And After we get all through, the Wildcats will have the ball.
Just about where they started.
10 yards marched off against the Wildcats for illegal use of hands, and then 15 against the Bombers for, all right, it was a clip one way. Illegal or unsportsmanlike conduct the other way. We're finally settled down here, and the ball is at about the 23-yard line. And first down for the Wildcats. Eric Ramsey with the long count. He gives straight up the middle and no yardage there at all. As Bill Halleck hit the line and was met at it and knocked down, may actually have lost a yard.
That'll bring up second down and 10.
No gain on the play.
28-yard line. 40 seconds remain in the first quarter.
Okay, we'll get that line of scrimmage set for you. It's the 28. I thought it was the 23. It's the 28, and it's going to be second and 10. Wildcats send them in wide out to the right. Ramsey